friend, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. Today is a very exciting 9th update for my Project Polish 2025 where I roll in some nail polish I'm trying to work on, put it into my project, and finish so many bottles. This is a really exciting update because with today's roll-ins, not only am I finishing, filling out a color wheel, but I'm actually starting to get onto my second one, just barely, but still. I had a goal last month of finishing 3 polishes. I may have smashed that goal. I may have actually finished 4 nail polishes in this project, which is so exciting, and I am just thrilled to share all of that progress with you today. So without further ado, let's talk through the polishes I had in the project, what I was able to finish. I'm sure most of these you will see coming, but I've got some great progress to share with you. I've got some new rollers today, and along the way I will show you kind of combinations and whatever I took pictures of manicures. So let's dive into absolutely everything. So this has been my nail wheel for this year across the year. I was working on these shades here, minus this pink one that was finished at the last update. So if we go to our nail wheel, the first one that we have to talk about is this purple right here. This polish was so close to being done last time because I had talked in my last update about how difficult it was for me to get product out of my Revlon Colorstay gel and the Longwear nail enamel in the shade Britney. I got sick of this polish. I liked it, got sick of it, and of course when I was at the end of it, I was falling in love with it again and wanting more of it, even though I consider this more of a spring color and I just wasn't really feeling it. So I was down here at the last update. I can only get 1 more use out of this one, bringing me to 30 uses in the project, which was 30 uses from this line here, so almost a full bottle. This I can't get enough out, so I'm just gonna call this one finished at this point. I did really like the color and the formula. I'm sure this is discontinued because I don't think I see this anymore, but lovely color, and I've got dupes of it elsewhere in my collection, I am sure. So with that purple complete, let's move on to this pink, which actually I am wearing today. That is my, what is this? The Bkind nail polish in the shade Britney. You're seeing a swatch of what that looks like, and it really is having to build it up in 3 coats. Starting off with progress, I used it 5 times this month, bringing me to 19 uses in the project, which was from this line to this line. So slightly more progress than I have had in other updates. However, I have found a game changer with this polish. Because this is so sheer, I don't know why I didn't think of it. Topper. Using this as a topper. So I had actually, I usually don't want to spend a lot of time talking through my man because I felt it kind of dragged the videos, but because this was kind of special, I'm going to talk about it. This manicure here. So I had put down 2 coats of this, and I had put down a Cosmic Colors that I expected to be more sheer, but it turned out to be pretty opaque. And then I ended up putting 1 more shade of Britney on top and kind of made a jelly sandwich almost. Final result, prettier than I was expecting, but it opened the doors. It really opened the door. So I've been using this as a topper for 3 of the 5 uses. Like this purple one, oh my gosh, I love that so much, and especially because the purple I was using, the formula is not the best, not the easiest to work with. That's a beautiful combo. Will do again. And then today's manicure, it's don't look too close. It's a little streaky looking and it's a little spotty, but I tried it good enough. It kind of got into like a purple vibe, which I always love my purples. So I'm probably going to be finishing this polish, just experimenting, playing with different things in my collection to finish that last third-ish of the bottle. So that one is staying in the project for now. So then moving on from that, we have this shade here. So we're getting into my glitter bombs now. These do require the peel off base coat. So this is the first China Glaze nail polish I've been working on. This is the, what is this? Nail lacquer with Hardeners in Give Me the Green Light. Really love this one. I did decide to put priority on some other polishes this month though, because I think this will work until we get snow, which, you know, could be by the end of next month. But for now, I just really wanted to put priority elsewhere. I did only reach for it 4 times to bring me to 15 uses in the project. That being said, though, there's still some good progress. So from there to there. So it's actually lower down than I was expecting, and there's not a whole lot comparatively left. This polish is getting harder to work with, though, so like it's getting a little bit thicker. So we'll see how I do with it, but I still really love it, and I'll continue reaching for it because it's getting, it's getting low. That polish is also staying in, so let's move on to the final glitter bomb. Love this one so much, and if you caught my Beauty A to Z update, you already know because this one's kind of been a double dip. This is the Sally Hansen Xtreme Wear Nail Color in a Rockstar Pink. Yeah, I always want to say Rockstar Punk because I had like a pink punk shade last year in my project polish. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful shade. I love this one a lot. But I only was able to get 2 additional uses to bring me to 12 in the project. So I was here last month, and especially on this side, like you can see how empty it got because I was trying to actually do more like 3 coats at the end just so it wasn't too streaky. But oh, it's definitely got some products still, but not enough for a manicure anyway. So like you can see, I really tried on this one. Potentially could be a repurchase. Who knows? I really enjoyed it. It's fun. It's summery. It's just that peel off base coat sometimes gets a little difficult, but that was my second finished polish. So with Rockstar Pink finished, All Nighter was finished last month. We're going to move into this gorgeous topper that I adore so much. That is my Sally Hansen Insta-Dri Prismatic Shine in the shade Moonstone. I love how this one looks so much, especially over the blue that's in this project. Now, I only managed to get an additional 2 uses on this one as well, bringing me to 7 uses in the project. So that was from this point here for 7 uses. I was down here at the last update. There is some polish down at the bottom, but I tried so hard to get that out. In fact, I was trying so hard to get it out. The mixer ball popped out of here. So yeah, that mixer ball used to be in this polish. Like I was trying really hard to get that out. I love it, but I don't think there's enough left at this point to do much of anything, even though I was just using this as a topper. But yeah, kind of fun. So I kind of kept that as a trophy, I guess. I don't know. But loved this polish, and it was my 3rd empty. So those were the 3 empties I was trying to finish last month, which brings me to my gorgeous summer blue, which you will recognize from my Project Polish 2023, the Sinful Colors Endless Blue Bold Color Nail Polish. Love this one in the summer, and I wore this color the most. I was prioritizing this polish because it is much more of a summery color. Now, as of these lines here, so all of this progress was in 2023's Project Polish. This between when that ended and when I rolled it in, so the long line here's the start of this project. That's where I was last time, and this is also a finished polish. So, oh, it's getting a little stringy. It's difficult to work with. It's not as cleared out as some of the other bottles got to, but I just don't want to fuss at this point with it. I did reach for it 10 times over the last month, bringing me to 15 uses from that longer line right there. So really, really good. I enjoy this color, and that was my final empty this month. I'm loving how that's looking. Okay, last month I had also rolled in this shade here, which I was going to simply just start getting some use on it and see how I did with it. That is my Essie little nail lacquer in Penny Talk. It's just a 5 milliliter bottle. However, these mini bottles somehow are some of the most challenging things. They last so long, manicure number wise. So this was a brand new bottle last time. I did use it 5 times, so bringing me to 5 uses in the project. And so I have now dented the bottle. So from full to just right down there at this point. So really, really good progress. Such an easy manicure, and it almost looks a little duochromy. So I almost have like a purple shift to it. So I really do love that. So I have 3 polishes left in my project polish at this point in time. And, you know, I have had project polish with just 3, and part of me almost wants to do that and just continue with the 3 and see what I'm able to do in the next month. However, that being said, it is now September. We're in fall vibes. I have 2 polishes from my Plan to Pan nail polish this year. One that's a little bit more summer fall vibe, so I think it will work really well for that. And then I have another polish here that September and October is its time to shine, but as soon as we get snow, I'm not going to want to reach for it. So here's what we're going to do. I have filled out my last spot on my nail wheel. I'll show you that in a moment. I have started a second one. I will put more polishes into the project. Obviously, my priority is finishing this wheel, and then whatever I get on the second one is fantastic, and I'm thrilled. I'm not sure I'll finish everything, even the stuff I'm rolling in on that second wheel, especially that second shade that we'll talk about in a moment. But if you are ready, we're going to add in the final priority to finish shade for this year, and of course, it's going to be a purple. It's a purple. That shade there is fantastic for pedicures. It's wonderful for manicures. It just layers up so well. And it is going to be another of these Revlon Super Lustrous Nail Enamels, this time in the shade 450 Hypnotic. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. And I have dented this pretty darn well. So you can probably see it best on this side exactly where I'm at with it. I am starting at this point right here. These 2 polishes, really my deadline that I want to finish them is whenever the snow comes. Where I live, generally Halloween, where we have snow on the ground. However, last year we didn't get snow until after Christmas. It was a bizarre year. So we'll kind of see how things go. We'll see the direction my polish takes me. But this is such a beautiful purple, and I love purple, if you can tell by how my toppers were going today. But yeah, so good. Okay, so this is going to be rolled in. So that is the first wheel filled out, and we're going to go on to the second one with this one polish on the wheel. That particular polish is another of these Essie polishes, this time coming from their Expressie line, the quick dry nail color. Mine's in the shade 70 Cold Brew Crew. Now this I do think is going to be much more topper heavy, because I do really like this color, but I do like glittery, sparkly, shimmery things in addition to it, and this is just your basic cream color. This particular polish is starting, you can see pretty well, I think, where it is settled. I am starting at this point right here. So if I had to guess, I think this has had 11 uses on it, because I'd used this for 10 uses before I had done like the project polish on my channel, where I would just on my own 10 uses cycle through my polishes, and then on one for the swatch picture that you're seeing right now. So I'm very excited about this one, and we'll see what kind of fun combinations. This is from my Plan to Pan for this year for my nail polish. So ideally, it'd be great to finish. It only has 10 milliliters and it's already dented. So it is possible to finish. But again, I'm not going to push it if it starts getting wintry here, especially now that we are on the second nail wheel. So that is the swatch of it. Such a beautiful autumnal shade. So we're back up to 5 polishes now, so let's talk about my goals for the next month. So I'm going to try, I think, Britney, because this is my longest standing shade. And then it's kind of giving me free reign to try it with everything. I would love to see what it looks like on top of this brand, so that'll definitely be one of the combos I will try. I think it works better on darker colors, which also works really well for the fall. So hopefully I can finish this one. I would like to try to get at least 5 uses minimum, so you know, at least once a week on my China Glaze polish, because this could be either 1 more month or 2 more months if I really focus in on it. And then these 3 I'm just going to play with, see what I'm gravitating towards. All 3 of these, ideally, I'd like to have done before the snow comes. Now, is that going to happen? Not necessarily, but it gives me some variety to play with. And then we'll see how I do for my progress this month, because if I do really well, then I am optimistic and hoping that we can start bringing in, you know, some more either fall or transition to winter shades And eventually, December, we'll get a Christmas red in and it'll be fun. So that's where I'm at. That's where we're going to finish today's update. We'll get some more X's on this wheel and we'll just keep the ball rolling. But that is going to complete the so much to update you on. 9th update for Project Polish. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss any of my other pending content. And I'll even have a nail polish haul coming for you soon. So don't miss that. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.